Kurumjay, a very good evening. You are watching Primetime English Bulletin on SKTV and I'm Victoria Rajkumari. First, the headlines. Ex-Chief Minister N. Biren says nobody questions how previous government tried to identify illegal immigrants even without implementing NRC. Lamdeng Apunbalova threatens to shut down solid waste management plant from June 1st over non-functionality. MAYOL urges all stakeholders not to allow developmental progress to move backward due to unhealthy political activities. And Manipur joins rest of the world in observing International Mother's Day with tributes to mothers' love and sacrifice. And now the top stories. Ex-Chief Minister N. Biren stated that no questions have been raised till today regarding measures adopted by the previous government to identify illegal immigrants despite non-implementation of NRC. He made the statement during the 4th Sajibu Khudol 2026 program organized by Laifam Kuno Senior Citizens Welfare Association. The function was attended by Rajya Sabha MP Sanajau Balaisemba, Laifam Kuno Jilla Parishad member Lailinjam Olendro, Modern College Porampat Associate Professor R.K. Usharani, Thambal Marik College Oinam Assistant Professor R.K. Patsotsana, Association President Dr. Ngasepam Brojen Mitay and other dignitaries. Elderly residents of Laifam Kuno were also honored with gifts during the event. Speaking on the issue of illegal immigrants, N. Biren said people have been demanding identification of illegal immigrants through any possible mechanism, but debates between those supporting NRC and those opposing it are creating confusion among the public. He stressed that changing policies from time to time should be stopped and called for phased efforts to resolve the issue. He urged the people to discuss how previous government had constituted committees to identify illegal immigrants even without implementing NRC.
Confusion it is our duty. Advisors, journalists, social activists, guide one by one.
Lamdeng Apunbalub has issued a strong ultimatum to the state government, declaring that they will be compelled to shut down the solid waste management plant by June 1st if the authorities fail to make the project fully operational. Advisor of Lamdeng Apunbalub, Thagdam Netrajit, said that despite submitting memorandum on March 25th demanding proper functioning of the plant, the authorities have taken no concrete action. He warned that if the project remains neglected, the organization will have no option but to forcibly shut down the plant starting June 1st. He stressed that the plant, which was commissioned in 2007, was functional for some years but has remained non-functional since 2015. He pointed out that while the state government has spent crores of rupees to develop Imphal into a smart city, but Lamdeng has been turned into dustbins, causing inconvenience to the people of Lamdeng. The solid waste management project, which was projected to convert waste into manure, that is fertilizer, for benefit of the public, has turned into a total failure, which has also become a reason for spreading of various diseases. He further stated that the people of Lamdeng have already contributed over 84 acres of land for the project. Despite this huge sacrifice, the authorities have failed to revive the plant even after years of repeated assurances. Lamdeng Apun Balub has demanded immediate implementation of the 7-point memorandum submitted earlier and made it clear that if the work does not begin on the ground within the given time frame, they will be compelled to shut down the plant from June 1st onwards. He also warned that no other development activities or works will be allowed at the project site without prior consent of Lamdeng Apun Balub.
Lamdengi laikai humsi namteba manam sidagi thokpa chingdona pairibase namteba manam chaba haure aingna lamdeng pumbasi yome aduga aikogi sidagi chenthar apumba isingsina lamdengi lawukta lamdengi chawbi lakhong sida sahi taragi mathakte chelaga lae puchokba aduna sasan su chaba ngamde aduga aikogi ngasu phaba yadi isingju sinaba yadi sigi isingjina hek sinorboda lowpari kunta gi mathakta sahi tarase solid waste treatment plant siga thangnaba amata sarak taba kuire sarkar na yengjan bidraba solid waste treatment plant Imphal dana kari lauri smart city karo chama lamdeng dana kari tauri achauba dustbin apum masagi dustbin sanagi marung kokpa yaba solid waste management plant Manipur sarkar na dustbin on thoi karai da lamdeng da akoi khangma ngamdre akoi sahi pune na khang lamdeng na Imphal city bu nalani har puthokani mai puthokani hargadi Manipur puna mapulangan gani hargadi lamdeng na kathokani hadan piki baneba kari.
Manipur Youth League, in short MAYOL, has appealed to all stakeholders to stop engaging in unhealthy politics that undermines societal progress. In the press release, MAYOL's publicity secretary noted that the organization has been conducting a widespread mass awareness campaign across several districts under the theme Politics, Vote for a New Transformation since its launch at the Manipur University Auditorium on January 16, emphasizing that the campaign seeks ethical voting for genuine reform. The organization described the current trends of organizing fees, consuming alcohol or intoxicants, and accepting donations from intending candidates as unfortunate. MAYOL further requested a public cooperation for its campaign, asserting that society can only transform and prosper by choosing righteous candidates through ethical voting. International Mother's Day was solemnly observed at the official residence of HSC Chairman and 54 ST Nungba Assembly Constituency, MLA Ningang Lungangmei at Babupura, Imphal, under the theme God's Heart in Mother's Hand, based on the biblical verse Isaiah 66:1-3. The program, attended by family members, was dedicated to honoring mothers across the world for their sacrifices, unconditional love and strength in nurturing families and society. Speaking on the occasion, Director of Trade, Commerce and Industries and wife of the MLA, Hena Kamei, described mother's love as divine gift beyond worldly measure and stressed the importance of mother's prayers, wisdom and guidance in shaping children's lives. She also paid tribute to her own mother for being constant source of strength and encouragement throughout her journey as an IAS officer, while emphasizing the role of mothers in imparting moral values and biblical teachings to children. The observance concluded with special prayers seeking God's blessings for health, happiness, strength and longevity of mothers. On the occasion of International Mother's Day, Palem organization organized heartfelt program at Destitute Children Home located at Sagolbantera Kaithel, where they distributed gifts to the children. Songs dedicated to mothers were presented by the children at the home. Speaking at the event, Palem President Kumabam Jivanmala highlighted the profound role of mothers in nurturing and shaping children with love, care and guidance, stating that mothers are the backbone of every child's development. She emphasized that Palem has been actively addressing various social issues and community needs since its inception, and this Mother's Day initiative marks their first such donation drive at the home, with plans to extend similar support to other institutions in the future. The administrator of the children home, Ayekpam Wanglen Mite, expressed gratitude, noting that in its over 50 years of existence, this was the first time the home had received such a donation from Palem, and assured that the organization will continue to stand by the children to help transform them into responsible individuals.
Children home gi oinadi sina palemgi hamba oijadoini adubu makha tabadasu children home oles home leiba singje matam dugi matung ina ekoi palemna dum mating pangjage sogachage habalaije khoi mama oibi singse matam dugi ahongba se laiba thoglaiba thoaningdaba thodok laiba mayam sigi oinadi mama ekoi se amuktang punjanje haiba wafam sida isupsanjage
Ngasi International Mother Days ka mari lenana Palem koi district children home tera ni thena lakpi se koi gi ba history da habi tare ba koi sahi yang khai ana angri sida ngasi an won su lakpu chu oi si da koi maman su yam ko ma oi ba habi tare ko adana ngasi koi gi ma kai de su Palem gi ima singbu amukana su thaga sa kongdok sari sumaina koi gi district children home de lebi ba ngang sing gi da mata su kanbi ga lakpi da yam important oi ba yam maru oi ba nimise angang sing da su nishan na ba gi kanja ama pinabi ba se
People's Action for National Democratic Movement in short Pandam, in collaboration with Yaifa Marup, Tupo Club and Macha Ibema Nupi Kanglup, organized a special program to mark International Mother's Day at Community Hall No. 1 Takel Kongbal Tupo Ground on Sunday. Pandam Vice President Irengbam Shamo Mite, Vice Chairman of 14 SASOs Kanglek Park and Consultative Member of UCM and Kokomi, Birjit Tarangwam, Yaifa Marup Tagel Kongbal Advisor Maibam Chauba and General Secretary Ngangbam Brojan attended as presiding members. In his address, Pandam Secretary General Soraisam Brojan highlighted the immense sacrifices made by the mothers while appreciating the role of women in the ongoing unrest. He appealed to all mothers to continue to face numerous challenges against threat to Manipur's integrity.
Imana masagi damakta lauriba achoba thodang kathokpa nungju nungsha tumda sadaba mayam ama khang kansida waba kurima kautho kansida masa amagi damakta masagi damakta imasina tenghang kya laurokhiba thodang singa du buikai khunajabani aikhogi lamdam sida imasina mamang thakdagi laurokhiba thodang singa duki matik yamna sawi tenghang kya ra huju jik chathariba irang simaktada Manipur thugaina ba yelhomi singu muthatna ba honariba sigumlaba ihowasida su imasina lauriba thodang duki matik ikai khumna ningai ni.
Social Library cum Information Center Wabagai Awanglekai also organized International Mother's Day at Wabagai Awanglekai Primary School Hall. Social Library cum Information Center Wabagai Awanglekai President Mayingbam Lalhari, Wabagai Gram Panchayat Administrative Committee Chairperson Yumnam Hemchan, former member of Wabagai Jila Parishad Mayingbam Jayantakumar, Senior MO of Kakshing District Dr. Ilangbam Kiran, Head of Department of Botany, Moirang College, Yumnam Joy, social activist Mayingbam Ranjit and Walida President Mayingbam Ranjit attended the observance. Elderly mothers were presented with simple gifts to honor their sacrifices at the event. Assam Rifles organized a series of Mother's Day celebrations on May 9 and 10 across Teknopal, Palel and Kamjong districts, bringing together women and students from different communities to promote harmony and mutual trust in the border areas. The programs held at Modi, Palel, More and Teknopal saw participation of around 220 women and 90 students, including Naga, Meitei and Kuki communities. Interactive sessions on women's empowerment, healthcare and social progress, along with recreational activities, community lunch and movie screenings marked the celebration. In Kamjong district, Assam Rifles also celebrated the occasion with Mrs. Olina Ningsheng of Kangpad Kuno village, who was recently rescued after being abducted by KNAB and VVEZ militants from Namli on May 8. Following her rescue and medical assistance, Assam Rifles personnel visited her residence on Mother's Day and presented gifts and essentials, highlighting efforts to strengthen ties with local communities and foster peace in the region. Youth for Change, Oinam Assembly Constituency celebrated International Mother's Day 2026 at the Irengwang Makha Community Hall under the theme The Great Unburdening today. The event was graced by BJP Kishan Morcha National Secretary KH Jibon, BJP Oinam Mandal President TH Mangi, Vice President TH Ningthemani, BJP Kishan Morcha Manipur President TH Rajesh, social activist David Kamai, and Manipur Khadi and Village Industries Board member Secretary E. Amit. During the program, KH Jibon inaugurated a new public toilet at Irengwang Makha Maninglekai, which he personally funded, and distributed gifts to the elderly women in the community. In his address, Jivan asked for people's goodwill and backing for his forthcoming poll campaign. He stressed the pivotal part mothers play in families and society, observing that the gratitude owed to a mother is a due beyond repayment.
Imasina ahinda matam chado matamda mera baibi oina phamaga leibu matamda khomam pulamninga mapan thoinga adeida mi yunda adegi atoba narak mongso da changma thena ba khudong chara bdo madu handa na biramata madu ko na biramata haiba public toilet se imasina kusina jabni.
A felicitation program was held at the residence of Sagolban Assembly Constituency MLA R.K. Imo to welcome the individuals from various localities who newly joined BJP. Over 10 families who were previously associated with other political parties joined BJP, with new members expressing confidence in the MLA's leadership, governance and developmental vision for the constituency. Addressing the gathering, the MLA stated that politics should remain focused on public service, inclusive development and unity among communities, while assuring equal support to all sections of society, irrespective of political affiliation. As a part of the welfare initiative carried out during the program, Raj Medicity health cards were distributed to around 300 additional beneficiaries, taking the total number of distributed cards to over 900, while 2 hearing aids were also provided to beneficiaries in need to improve healthcare accessibility and support. Asian Hospital and Research Institute's Kwakaithel organized a walkathon on the occasion of World Lupus Day 2026 under the global theme Make Lupus Visible, to raise public awareness about lupus, which is an often misunderstood autoimmune disease. Speaking on the occasion, RM of Asian Hospital and Research Institute, Dr. Vidyarani said, World Lupus Day is observed every year on May 10th with a specific theme in different countries across the world, aiding that the hospital organized a program in the region to mark the day. She continued that lupus is a chronic autoimmune disease that is difficult to detect as it can affect multiple organs in the body. Common symptoms include extreme fatigue, joint pain and swelling, skin rashes, hair loss, and other complications which predominantly affects women. Dr. Vidyarani emphasized that early diagnosis is crucial for effective management of the condition. She added that the walkathon was organized with the aim of spreading awareness among the public so that more people can recognize the symptoms and seek timely medical intervention.
Megitang tarate World Lupus Day haina pangtue masi pangtupagi maramdi karigino haibada SLE na ko lena makalabane masi je systemic lupus erythematosus haibane masi je samna harabada lupus haina su khangne masi je autoimmune disease ne masi gi laina se organ makhan da thadokpa ngamba tathatpa ngamba laina makalamane masi gi laina se hekta irai laina khangba ngamdaba Namaram Moiraga, diagnosis of Bodo, Heta Tengale, Aduna Mayamda, Masiki Noles Lainaba, Nana, diagnosis of the Mating Wainaba, Mayamda Noles Lainaba, Equina, awareness people in Wakaton, the Panto 7.
Volunteers from the Citizens Club Soibam Lekai today visited RIMS Hospital to inquire about the condition of the Tangkhul civilians injured in attacks allegedly carried out by Kuki armed groups across various locations in Ukhrul district. During the inspection visit, the local club members distributed relief materials to the victims. Speaking to the media, Citizens Club President Mahendra Nawarim expressed solidarity with the Tangkhul community, emphasizing the deep fraternal bonds between Meiteis and Tangkhuls. He stated that deploying state forces is the only viable way to protect indigenous people, arguing that central forces have failed to prevent aggression from suspected Kuki militants. Mahendra also condemned the recent cross-border attack in 3 Tangkhul villages in Kamjong district, allegedly by Myanmar-based militants, describing it as an attempt to annihilate the state's indigenous population.
Nasige sumlaba aikogi tongan ba area kaya da narco terrorism sina chatharang iba lanjang se aikoi Citizens Club ki maikai dagi chauna condemn tawse aikoi Citizens Club ki maikai dagi angam mangamba sida natana lilip kem da nagagi aikoi Tangkhul gi sininau singa aikoi mamang da sanira hum lak amin nar he moi da aikoi na pangba ya ba mateng pangani maramdi Tangkhul lai se maitai sing la khwaidagi tanna thana ba yadraba jati yama oiba MAYOL dagi.
Meanwhile, a woman participating in the visit urged the government to immediately stop Kuki narco-terrorists from attacking civilians and called for diplomatic talks with the Myanmar government to end the cross-border terrorism.
Ngasidi irai paksida lairiba yelhomi yek salai cha mama khudingmakna macha singak na naba thona adu hena lekhat pachangi loina na irai pak achida changchalakuna saidang laba sing adu mafam achida leining labadi makoi gi saidang bagi thak adu khangna leigadabani lamdam chida yelhomi sing yek salai macha singi mathakta makoina lan tari basi athubada India government na handokna naba policy program sinduna masi handhan gadabani yaragadi Manipur government na koigi refugee camp hangduna thamliba asi athuba matamda Myanmar da deport tawduna thadok pinanaba Myanmar government ga wari sabinaba thabak thambana phaidagi phagani haidana ai ngasi opinion asi miyamda phongdokchari.
And now before we move on to other news, let's take a short break. We'll be right back. Keep watching SKTV News.
Admission open. Gari Airport Road the Laiva HRD Academy ki academic session 2026-27 da class 11 science tamnab ki admission hauzare. CGPA 9.5 ki mathakta lakpa mahiroi shingi oina free admission and tuition fees, free textbooks, free uniform plus scholarship ki khudong chaba laigani. CGPA 8.5 ki mathakta lakpa singi oina free admission and tuition fees, CGPA 7.4 ki mathakta lakpa singi oina free admission and half tuition fees, CGPA 7.4 ki makhada laiva singi oina free admission loina na IDP singi oina admission amadi tuition fee lauzaroi. Academy asina pijariba khudong chaba khara pallabada need amadi JE integrated coaching, NDA special coaching, well equipped laboratories, holistic development and nurturing environment, experienced and dedicated faculty, separate hostel for boys and girls, van service ki khudong chaba su laijagani. Limited seat ni ngasi maglangsin pirau HRD Academy Gari Airport Road, Imphal West.
Competitive Success Academy Uripo Kwesnam Laikaida Class 11 Science ki damak ming chanana bagi damak form thajare. Council Nova Class 12 ke examination da 16 position amadi 20 position puthokraba school ni. Mahiroi singi damak kathoklaba well qualified oiraba oza singna takpi tambiri. Mahi masingi damak hena matik jaba ama oina bagi damak library ki facility leriba school ni. Arapada ki lakpa mahiroi singi damak boarding ki facility su laizari. Angang singbu hena haithoi sing thoina bagi damak co-curricular activities su matik sana hapchari. Mahiroi singna class 12 loiraga Z-NEET thaning labasu maming lairaba LN Academy ga coaching partner oiduna chahi khuding gi medical amadi engineering gi mahiroi kayama puthokli lairikte haizeraga laitalairba angang singi damak fee concession pizabaga loinana relief camp ta lairiba angang singi damak tasu tonganba khudong chaba pizari hena phaba mahiroi singi damak tonganba scholarship ki khudong sabasu pizari.
Welcome back. You're watching Primetime English Bulletin on SKTV. Now proceeding with other news. Women for Stays sit in protest today at the Langtabal Thong Amanbi Community Hall to condemn the recent violence at Tronglaubi, DM Kasom ambush and acts of cross-border terrorism by suspected Myanmar-based militants in 3 Tangkhul villages in Kamjong district that resulted in several houses being set ablaze and the abduction of villagers. Organized under the aegis of Poirai Ita, the demonstrators called for permanent solution to the ongoing unrest an immediate end to cross-border terrorism. Their key demands included replacing central security forces with state security forces, ending proxy wars and abrogating the suspension of Operation Sioux agreement between the government and Kuki armed groups. Several prominent figures addressed the gathering, including Amuko Vice President Helen Koijum, Amoba President Y. Kunjurani, Langthawal Women's Society President Kamai Fejegaigalu, Poirei Ita Secretary Laimopokpam Nganbi, Kohar Manipur Chairman Fulindro Konsam and Poirei Laimarol President Saraisam Memcha. The speakers spoke at length about the prevailing crisis and urged the need for peace in the state.
Mama will be a queen, Yamana, Polaga, Isabu, Kanu, the Tina Polaga, to me, timing to the Tanja Loraga, Angangi, Hawaii, Hadopiba, Mama, when a sworn Biriba, Minushi, Yaudaba, Tawo, Adobe, Hawaii, Moai, Marakuda, Kapian the Bamayamna, Horatana, Zinjan Bada, Isa, Humbutu, Hawaii, Lokiba, Supermayama, Tokiba, Suma Kata and Hobitu, Matang Pola Kigadra, Amukta, Maranga, Purdi, Kamjong the Zoo, Yang among Pokana, Young Yama, Tare, Pole, Mika Landinary, Oinama Awa, my own regularly, Superpin the Bamayam chair, Hoyam Pinde, Adubu, Suma Kata and Sum Daragadi, Akoizu, Angamba Sakti. Angamba Sakti, Mamang da, Nupi will be Angamba Sakti, Pampuki the Mina, Akoju Pampuksi, Hibagi, Luina, Wari Mama Lauraga, Maida Imamiam, the Komjalaga, Hamina Zabani.
United Naga Council, Naga Women's Union and All Naga Students Association Manipur have submitted joint memorandums to Prime Minister Narendra Modi seeking immediate intervention over proxy war against Nagas by Sioux Kuki militant groups and Myanmar-based KNAB militants. The memorandum alleged repeated cross-border attacks, burning of Naga villages, extortion, highway blockades and use of drones and military-grade weapons in Naga areas of Kamjong, Ukhrul and Kangpokpi districts. The organizations claim that around 100 armed KNAB militants crossed Indo-Myanmar border on May 7th and attacked Zed Choro, Namli, Wangli and Kaka Naga villages, accusing central security forces of failing to prevent the assault despite their presence nearby. They further demanded immediate military operations against militant groups violating Sioux ground rules, restoration of highway access, judicial inquiry into the recent attacks and protection of Naga territorial integrity, while urging the centre to expedite an inclusive Indo-Naga political settlement based on a 2015 framework agreement. Committee on Protection of Meitei Victims More has extended full support to the indefinite hunger strike launched by activist Jennifer Kaidem and other Meitei women at Sagolban, stating that it stands firmly with all demands arising from ongoing Manipur conflict triggered by Kuki narco-terrorists since May 3, 2023. In a press release, the committee convener T.H. Buddha Meitei said the committee backs collective demands of various Meitei civil society organizations and Meira Paibis, urging both the centre and state governments to immediately fulfill them. Jennifer Kaidem, who began her indefinite hunger strike on May 3, 2026, continues her fast at RIMS Hospital despite medical advice for nose feeding, refusing to relent. The committee appealed to the governments to accept the demands without delay to prevent a further deterioration of the situation, ensure safe return and rehabilitation of internally displaced persons, and restore normalcy in Manipur, warning that failure to act will deepen the crisis for people of the state. Tribal Youth Council Manipur TYCM has appreciated Director of Tribal Affairs and Health Department Rangnamai Rang Peter for taking steps to operationalize Tribal Girls Hostel at Old Nambulan, Imphal from June 2026 for the upcoming academic session 2026-27. In a press communique issued by its Media and Information Department, TYCM stated that the assurance was given during a meeting held with TYCM leaders on March 26 and has now begun materializing with the department issuing notification on May 4th inviting request for proposal for the operation and management of the hostel. TYCM further recalled that it had been persistently urging the government since August 2025 to open the hostel to address accommodation challenges faced by tribal girl students staying in rented houses in Imphal. District Library cum Youth Center DLCYC Thawal Athokpam organized Holistic Career Guidance Program 1.0 today at DLCYC Hall at Athokpam Awanglekai in Thawal. 4 career guidance stalls were set up during the program, which was specifically designed for students who have passed class 10 and 12. DLCYC Vice President T.H. Priyokumar, Shine Career Manipur founder Ketrimim Tony, and Thawal College Assistant Professor and former Assistant Commandant ITBT Mohammad Nur Safi Ahmed Khan graced even as presiding members. Resource persons Ketrimim Tony and Mohammad Nur Safi Ahmed Khan delivered informative sessions guiding the students on various academic and professional career options available to them after class 10 and 12. A major exhibition showcasing one of Manipur's rare artistic traditions is currently being held in the United States under the title The Revival of the Forgotten Art of Manipur, an exhibition of modern Subika art. The exhibition is being organized by the Color Box in association with Advanced Research Consortium Library and Archives at the Gallery 1610 and will continue till May 19. The exhibition highlights Subika art, an ancient manuscript painting tradition of Manipur, known for its intricate storytelling and cultural significance, with Manipuri artist Dr. Yumnam Sapa presenting contemporary interpretations while preserving traditional essence of the art form. Organizers stated that the initiative aims to revive awareness of Subika art and promote Manipur's rich cultural heritage on international platform, while preserving and reintroducing a nearly forgotten tradition to younger generations and global audiences. Sina Institute of Medical Sciences, in collaboration with the Ahaloi Angangloi Club, Lilong, hosted a free medical camp at Lilong Harebi Makhalekai today. The initiative provided local residents with access to expert medical consultations, clinical tests and essential medicines free of cost. Speaking to media, Additional Director of Sina Institute of Medical Sciences, S.K. Wajid Shah, highlighted that the camp was designed specifically to support those unable to afford private healthcare. He stressed the importance of routine checkups, noting that timely detection is crucial in successfully treating and curing illnesses.
Manipur su tangku leita da ba sin maram warga remote area da leiba tola taraba paisa puthokpa ngamjadraba leita laira sing maroina masage anab di leiraga lai mangamjadaba kaya sing adugi minungsi gi thawjal makhada Sina Institute of Medical Science na hairiba anaba sing du khara khaji kokna nabagi pandam da ekoina medical camp si sinjabani adugi roina na makhoida darkar leiba laying liba doctor na prescribe to pa hidak sing ekoi lem na pibagi khudong cham se ekoi infam sida tawjai.
Apunba Irepaki Meherway Sinpan Loop aims launched a week-long tree plantation drive at the Waka Imphal East today to mark its 14th Foundation Day on May 22nd. Speaking at the event, AMS President Longjam Thonglin stated that the initiative will extend to various schools and colleges across the state. He added that the drive aims to foster a habit of tree plantation and environmental conservation among students and youth. Thonglin noted that while the respective educational institutes will be responsible for the saplings, the organization will present awards next year to the schools and colleges that successfully nurtured them.
si mayam thai asa wasang VIP kayam su u tha basi hi khudingi magi season wall environment day lakpa gumba adagi aduguma tamda khak u thar makanda uje hanne yeng bidaba maruina maduna hanne yeng bidaba namar kana koina udi am thagi haba udi am thagi sahi khudingi government gi u thaba mam swai sum leigana adum hairak posu khangdab nate aduna uje thani na tha taragadi khoi uje u manga dang oisu tara dang oisu u hingan baje yam hingan baje khoi yamna tangai mak phade aduna u thabiri ba chile nausing khoi gi tree plantation to buma tamda maruina khoina u hingan ba si yamna tangai phade aduna.
Now moving on to national news. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Sunday visited the Art of Living International Centre in Bengaluru to commemorate 45 years of the organisation and 78th birthday of its founder Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankar. During the program, the Prime Minister inaugurated Dhyan Mandir, a large meditation space which aimed at promoting peace and spiritual well-being. The Prime Minister also launched 9 nationwide service initiatives promoting education, women and youth empowerment, environmental conservation, healthcare, travel welfare, prison reform and digital literacy. Addressing the gathering, Prime Minister Modi praised the organization's contribution to social service and nation building, stating that spirituality, yoga and meditation have an important role in building developed and socially responsible India. Speaking at the event, Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankar appreciated the Prime Minister's leadership and said India today stands stronger and more confident on the global stage. The celebrations brought together over 1 lakh participants from 182 countries, including union ministers, governors, members of parliament, entrepreneurs, civil servants and international delegates. Among the dignitaries present were Manipur Governor Ajay Kumar Bhalla, Union Cabinet Minister Sarvananda Sonowal and several other prominent leaders. The Art of Living also announced expansion of its free education network, environmental missions and rural development initiatives as a part of its ongoing humanitarian activities. Tamilaga Vetri Gazagam, in short TVK chief C. Joseph Vijay, on Sunday began his tenure as Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu by signing a series of files which aimed at implementing major poll promises of his party. Among the first decisions taken were approving 200 units of free electricity for domestic consumers, creating a special force dedicated to women's safety, and establishing anti-drug units in every district to tackle alleged drug menace in the state. Speaking after the oath-taking ceremony, Vijay also announced that a white paper on the state's finances for the 2021 to 26 period will be released, alleging that the previous Dravika Munareta Kazagam government had left a debt burden of 10 lakh crore rupees. Promising transparent administration, Vijay said his government will focus on education, healthcare, food supply and women's safety, while assuring that there will be no multiple power centers. Despite the government's slender majority in the 234-member assembly. Striking a conciliatory tone, the actor-turned-politician said even those who criticize him will be taken along in Tamil Nadu's development journey and thanked party cadres and supporters for helping the debutant party come to power. And now the weather report. According to ICAR Regional Centre, Lamphat State's maximum temperature was recorded at 27 degrees Celsius, while the minimum temperature was 18 degrees Celsius. The maximum relative humidity was measured to be 95% in the morning and 66% in the evening today. And before we wrap up, let's take a quick look at the headlines once again. Ex-Chief Minister Nongthamam Biren says nobody questions how previous government tried to identify illegal immigrants even without implementing NRC. Lambeng Apunbalub threatens to shut down solid waste management plant from June 1st over non-functionality. MAYOL urges all stakeholders not to allow developmental progress to move backward due to unhealthy political activities. And Manipur joins rest of the world in observing International Mother's Day with tributes to mothers' love and sacrifice. Well, that's all we have for today. Thanks for watching SKTV News and keep watching for more news updates. Till then, good night.